Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is evenleasesc, and today I want to show you what ships we might see over the next 12 to 18 months, including what ships we're going to see in the next month. It's very exciting. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now make sure if you want to be notified about reviews, giveaways, and other content that you subscribe. You guys are truly all amazing, and I appreciate every one of you. Now we start this off with, of course, one of the biggest announcements, the Starlancer Max. During CitizenCon, this ship will be coming to us and flyable during IAE 2024, which is in less than a month, and it's going to be hitting the PTU as well prior to then. Now, taking a look at the stats here, it's a fantastic looking ship, and she's big too. She's got a good amount of weapons, but first let's take a look at the size. This thing is 83 meters in length. If you compare that to a Constellation Taurus, this thing is quite a bit bigger. And look how big that is. That's insane. And then if you were to go ahead and take a look at the height of the ship, it's about a couple, maybe a foot, taller than the Taurus. There's not much of a difference there. It definitely carries more cargo than the Constellation Taurus. And the crew requirement is 4. And then if you were to look at all the other systems, it will have a size 3 shield generator, so that'll give you at least 50,000 in shield strength, a quadrant shield, of course. And then you have pilot-controlled weapons. You have 2, just like the Freelancer, you have 2 guns on each side, and they're all size 4 though, packing heck of a punch. And they're dual linked, so pilot has control of that, as well as 16 size 3 missiles, and then there's 2 manned, or actually no, not manned, but remote turrets with size 4 guns. It's going to be an awesome ship. Now, past that, they also announced the Freelancer, the Starlancer TAC. It's going to be hard to differentiate the names here. Gotta love it though. The Starlancer TAC is the tactical version of the Starlancer, coming with a lot more firepower, and it's targeting a 2025 release, probably during the next event, celebrating the military month. So this one's specifications, not too much change in regards to its size, but it does get an additional size 3 shield generator, giving it a lot more shield strength, as well as some more guns on this ship, including 2 size 5 turrets. So those turrets are going to be quite awesome, but they do look to be at a broadside angle, so they won't help with your direct forward firepower, but they'll still be pretty amazing, including 8 jump seats and a med room. A medical room is phenomenal. Now past that, there is another Starlancer variant, and that would be the Starlancer build. The Starlancer build will be a building variant when building becomes available in Star Citizen. That won't be for a while, so expect this ship to have a 12 to 18 month release window, if we're lucky, depending on base building and any delays. Now, all these Starlancer ships will have completely terrible speed as well as maneuverability because they are huge. These things are the whales of space, and that's okay because they still look amazing. I like to call it the Baby Odyssey. So it's going to be nice to see all 3 variants in the game in the future. Moving on, we did get a sneak peek of the medical Terapin, and this ship we might actually see this during IAE this year. There's a chance of it. It looks like it's ready to go. She is fully built out, and it doesn't look like any sort of sneaky anything. And you can tell it's the medical Terapin because it says Anvil right here. And then if you continue on, you see the side door of the Anvil Terapin, which, as you can see out there, that's the IAE Hall. So I think we're going to see that ship here within the next month, which is fantastic. Looking at its overall exterior features, not too much change. It still has its really awesome turtle back, as the turtle should, and the inclusion of medical lights. I can't wait to see this thing enter the verse, a popular one indeed. Next, you have the Crusader Intrepid. This thing is going to be supposedly like a starter ship. Now, its size seems a bit closer to the Nomad, but it also has a really nifty side entrance like the 100 series, where you can kind of just walk up and not have to worry about an animation, which I really love that. Now, looking at this ship here, it's not huge, and you can see it in the background there too. Looks to have a size 3 FL series gun on it, and it also seems to be only 1. If you look at the design of the ship here, this section where the gun is doesn't repeat on the other side, so it might have a weird gun layout, almost like an Ares style ship. Now, if you continue on, they go into the interior here, giving you a sneak peek. This thing just looks great. It's like your typical Crusader ship, has a nice interior with bed over there, probably a little kitchenette. And then to the left is where that entrance will be. And then it continues down this hallway where it's going to lead into engineering as well as maybe some cargo space. And then you have the RSI Polaris. This thing is going to be phenomenal. It's going to take every single dollar out of your wallet if you want a ship of massive proportion, massive engineering undertaking, as well as crew requirement, but just the, best ship overall to run package deliveries from Area 18 to, a Moon or Microtech. It's going to be a great package delivery ship for a while, and a torpedo slinger of one. Now, this ship has a amazing looking interior and exterior. They did a phenomenal job. If it's anything like the Zeus, we are in for a treat. This thing has room by room by room with a massive hangar to boot. And honestly, it's very exciting to see this thing finally entering the verse. And it's only making me more hopeful that we're going to see a lot more backlog ships get into play. I know right now they supposedly stated they're not working on any alien ships, but it would be nice to see that, like the Raylan. But as you can see here, this ship has just features and design out of the woodwork. It looks phenomenal, like the nuclear reactor there, and so many other rooms, wires, cables, all these fun things that are going to be just amazingly fun to try to engineer our way out of a disaster. Now, moving on out of this, let's take a look at the ships that they announced last CitizenCon that we are going to get and we're not. Well, what didn't make it? Of course, the Anvil Legionnaire. And that's because we don't have the gameplay for it yet. And we're not going to have that hacking gameplay probably for a little while. So you're not going to see that ship probably for another 6 to 12 months, probably further than that. Another ship is the Mirai Guardian. Now, it's not crossed out because they said it's coming. But we don't know, at least I don't know if it's coming as a concept sail or a flyable sail. But the fact that it said, well, it's going to release this year, I think it's coming flyable. We're going to see. Now, over the next 12 months, they did say some of the ships in the next 12 months, we hope, will be coming. And here's quite a few of them. This is the Argo CSV FM. This right here is your base building Argo CSV and allows you to place some very basic buildings and structures, which will be really nice for beginning base builders. And you can kind of get an idea of how it drives right now for you to get the cargo carrying variant, which is currently available in the pledge store. Moving on, you do have the Gray Cat Cav. Now, this here is a missile slinging tank. You can tell it's got that military vibe because the silhouettes of the soldiers around it. And if you kind of pay attention to all these shots, you can see the silhouettes change depending on the role of the, the vehicle or the ship. Now, this one here is going to be military of some sort, potentially a missile slinger. This is also an Anvil Atlas variant. Now, we don't know what type of variant it is yet, but again, it's military in vibe, has a big gun on the top, soldiers around it with guns, and a very big looking, thing on the back. I'm just not sure what it's going to be used for. Maybe it's going to be a defense builder. That'd be cool. And then moving on, you have the Anvil Hornet Mark II Ghost. This is going to be a Mark II Ghost, which is going to basically come in and replace the Mark I Ghost. Hopefully they differentiate the two, so one's not just forgotten, and then this one's just taking the lead, right? But it's kind of cool to see some more Mark II stuff coming in for the Anvil series, including the Tracker. It's pretty interesting. Hopefully they don't just take the Mark I and just boot it to the curb, but, I hope that's not the case, but we'll see in the future. Maybe that'll be more of a reward package or something. And then moving on, of course, they're going to show off the Anvil Medical Terapin again, which is kind of interesting, given the fact that it looks ready to go. It's on the show floor in their little sneak peek, but they're showing you in this presentation. Maybe they just didn't have enough of an idea of what ships they want to get ready for building in the verse, but this one is one of them. And then they continue to show you the Mirai Guardian, or a variant of the Guardian. Again, kind of making you wonder, but the silhouette on the side tells you this might not be the Mirai Guardian. This might be a Mirai variant of the Guardian that's more civilian or industrial in nature. Moving on, you do have the Misk Fortune, which is looking a lot like a Prospector, but it's more than likely going to be a salvage variant of that ship, hopefully. And it's not just like Prospector DS or something. We don't need that, right? That wouldn't be too fun. Now, moving on, they do go to show you what I think is the Crusader Intrepid right here. There's some design language with this little silhouette that makes me kind of question that. You know, on the side, like the wings, it doesn't have them propped up like they usually do in their sneak peek, but I think that's what this is. Even though there's a military silhouette of a soldier on the left, I think that's what this ship is. The next one is from Star Wars. I mean, it's an unknown ship. It looks like a Star Wars Empire troop transport of some sort, or something you'd see Darth Vader walking out of. It's very neat the way it comes in and lands like that. It looks really cool. It is military in nature, so we'll see what that ship is. And then after that, they show you the RSI Apollo, the medical ship that everybody has been dying for. Now they're going to forget about it now that the Terapin is coming. Probably not. The Apollo is going to definitely rule the verse once it comes out, and it's going to be an amazing ship. So in the next 12 months, please, hopefully coming soon in the next 3 to 4, right? Moving on, you do have the Star Lancer TAC, again, presented here. Now, this is the stack variant, not the TAC variant, not the build variant. And you can kind of get that idea just based off of the last couple ships shown were also, you know, announced and coming in the next 12 months. I don't see the build version coming that soon. The RSI Perseus has also made its way to the agenda for the next 12 months, which is amazing. The detail that RSI has is phenomenal. Everybody's upset about the Galaxy, so am I. Hopefully that's a ship that sneaks its way in. We'll see. Moving on, you have the beautiful Drake Ironclad. This thing is going to be an amazing cargo carrying ship. Hopefully they can get the command capsules working so where you can separate it. But anyways, I can't wait to see the Ironclad make its way into the verse. That'll be awesome. Next up, I really truly don't think this ship, the Pioneer, is going to make it in the next 12 months. That's a pretty big asking just for the fact of how big this ship is and how many gameplay elements go into it, but it is featured here. So there is a very big chance we will see this come the next CitizenCon next year, which will be awesome. That is everything with this right here, showing you everything that's been kind of presented, the ideas of what's coming for IAE here in a month. It's going to be a pretty awesome show. Let me know, what ships are you getting? What are you most excited for? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.